Hello and welcome. My name is Stefan Poschig from CHC Corporate Health Consulting. And today I have the honor to discuss a very, very important topic with the two persons here on the meeting. And actually, you probably know already that we donate money from our events to charities and to very special organizations. And what is so important for us is we want to be 100% transparent. And today we want to show you what actually is happening with the donations you give at the events. And so I'm really happy to talk to Iva and Andrea today to show you what we did in the last weeks and the last months. So Andrea and Iva, welcome to the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stefan. Hi.
Perfect. So Iva, can you please introduce yourself and also JAMBA, that the audience know actually what you are doing?
Of course. Thank you, Stefan. So hello, everyone. My name is Iva Tsolova, and I'm the co-founder of JAMBA Career for All. Our mission at JAMBA is to support people with different types of disabilities and chronic illnesses to attain key soft skills, English, and also professional skills in the ICT and AI areas. And as a follow-up step, we support our talents to find a job by connecting them with the right employers in these sectors.
That's perfect, Iva. Thank you so much. And I really, really love your projects. And now we see actually what your projects produce and what the impact your projects are doing brings to life. So Andrea, welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Stefan. So I am Andrea and I have a chronic illness. I have ME/CFS and I used to be a teacher, and due to my chronic illness, I couldn't work as a teacher anymore. So to raise awareness and to speak about my experiences, I started blogging about everything, and I started an Instagram page that grew and grew over time. And I found a community with, thousands of people who went through the same things, where I realized, there are lots of people in this world who just need better measures to be included more in our society. And at some point, JAMBA and I, we crossed our paths, and we just kept in touch since then. And at some point, actually, Selma told me about this course by Talent Garden, and I didn't know Talent Garden before that. And the course was about growth and digital marketing. And Selma showed it to me, and she was like, I think this would be a really good fit for you. And I was like a little bit hesitant about it at first, because I felt like, oof, can I do this? Because due to my chronic illness, I'm very limited, I have my limitations. But since the course was fully online, it was very flexible for me, and it was very accessible for me, actually. And before actually enrolling, I had a talk with one of the team members from Talent Garden, and they told me how it works exactly, and what happens if I miss a course, because sometimes your bodies don't function after the clock. On some days your body just says, no, not today. So they said, it's no problem, everything will be recorded, you will be, it's no pressure from our side. And so I felt like, I had a good feeling about it, and I decided to join, and it was such a good experience. It was so nice to be, first of all, to learn something that is so interesting. I'm a person who loves learning. I love learning new things, and also the way it was organized with the people. It was a small group of around 20 people, and it was just so nice to be included in a team. And we also had like small teamworks as well. And I also, at first, I was like, oh, what if I'm not able to contribute anything? Because also the field of marketing was quite new for me, since, I have a background in teaching, which is completely different. But the way it was done was so that people from all levels could, join and learn something. And so I had the experience of, I'm valued in this group, and I can contribute, and I can contribute with my creativity and with my input. And that was a really good feeling. And in
That's
the end,
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the end, there was like an end project, so to speak, because each week we had to do a little homework, so to speak. And in the end, we all had to do like a final presentation of what we have worked on for the past weeks. And we had to present it to a partner company. So it was like a marketing pitch, so to speak, that we had to work on. And my group, the group that I was part of, we actually won. So I just felt,
congratulations.
Yeah, I just felt, this was such a feeling of, wow, I really succeeded at something. And that was such a good feeling after years of, not working, at least not in a, structured way. I did my blogging and all of that, but losing your job and going through all of these health issues and not knowing what your future is going to look like, that's a very, it's a tough thing to go through. And that gave me such a good feeling of, I can do something, and I can do something within my abilities. And I do have my limits, but if I work in a structure that, is understanding of my limitations, then I can thrive within that, even though I have some limitations. And that was a really great feeling to, because as a teacher, that's not a very flexible job, you have to show up every morning and be there until the afternoon, and it's very exhausting on so many levels. So that's the kind of work that I knew. So
that's really great. So this is really awesome, because that's so great to hear that you got this possibility to contribute to all these other people, and you got this feeling of succeeding and doing really valuable stuff again. Yeah. So I think this is one of the most valuable things ever, because this changes so much in our self-esteem and in our how we see or how we see ourselves. So actually, this course, let me ask you, what exactly is JAMBA doing in this constellation, and what do you get out of JAMBA? Do they pay for the training? Do they support you? What is actually the deal between JAMBA and you?
So I didn't even know about the course without JAMBA. So they approached me with the idea. So without JAMBA, I wouldn't even have known about it. And they connected me to the people, and thanks to JAMBA, they offered me a free spot. So also without JAMBA, I wouldn't have been able to afford doing it. And this is also such a big factor for so many people who have disabilities or chronic illnesses. Financial issues are most of the time very, very, an issue. So having access to education that is free means accessibility for many people, and it means having chances, so having access to education is just so important, especially for people like me who sort of can't do their first line of education anymore due to health reasons. So you kind of are in a situation of, okay, what am I gonna do? It's not just easy to start a new education or start doing something in a new field. And this is where access to education comes in. It can really transform your life, and education means having chances. So it's really, really important. And that's where JAMBA really helped me in that matter, because without them, I wouldn't have had access to that.
That's perfect. That's really perfect. And I think this is already the answer to the next questions I wanted to ask, because why this is important to you, all the possibility to have this education, and why are you doing this training? So actually, what do you want to do now? What do you want to do after this training? Yeah, what are your plans?
I mean, that's always a tricky question. The question with what do you want to do with your life is always something that I was like, how do I even answer this question? But, in the last years, I just developed a passion for advocating and for, social media, blogging, and all of that. And I found out that, you know, I'm good at this and that's something I like to do. So I really would like to work further on that to increase even my knowledge about online marketing and all of, I mean, there is so much to learn in that field. It's a huge field. And I would like to work with people who, you know, work in this sector of inclusion, disability awareness, chronic illness awareness. This is just so important to me because I learned how many people out there need support in this. And, you know, also how many stereotypes we still have in our society about people with disabilities and chronic illness. And we really need to bring more awareness to this in our society. And this is something that I'm passionate about and where there's so much, you know, potential to work on something. You know, our society is still lacking so much in the sector of inclusion. So there's a lot still to do there. And that's something that I'm really passionate about.
That's perfect. So Andrea, thank you so much for the information and the insights you gave us. So one last question, why would you recommend JAMBA and the team around Iva? Because I know they are so great and you have, your story tells everything.
I mean, exactly as you said, I mean, they are wonderful people who, you know, they connected me with this opportunity and were so helpful in this. And like also during everything and afterwards, they always checked in on me and how is everything and can we do anything to help you? Is there anything you need? So I felt really supported. And, you know, that's just important because many people, when they get a diagnosis like that, they feel left alone. And it is really important to have the feeling that you are supported and there's someone out there who wants to help you. And, you know, that's really important to, have that feeling that someone cares about you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So Andrea, thank you again so much. Yeah. And I really, really congratulate you for the story you just told me and all the steps and all the things you already achieved, even if you don't have the easiest situation. And so I really appreciate people who are not giving up and who are trying to figure a way out. And you are such a person, so I really appreciate this. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. And thank you for, you know, listening to my story and
Of course. Yeah. Iva, anything you want to add?
I'm just speechless. I'm super happy to hear this. And Rhea is really an amazing person, really inspiring person. And we are happy that she joined this program. And we are happy also that it helped her further development and that due to and thanks to the program, she also gained some valuable and interesting for her knowledge. So we hope just that we'll be able to support more and more people here in Austria in the future. So that way we will be able also to achieve even bigger impact for the Austrian community of people with disabilities and chronic illnesses here. So yeah, just everyone really deserves equal access to education and employment, inclusive employment. So yeah, this is what we want to do in the future as well.
That's perfect. So nothing else to add. I couldn't tell it better. So thank you again. And I'm really looking forward to meet you in our next events. And I wish you the best and have a great day. Thank you.
You too. Thank you so much.